We all have a great deal of awareness. If we just sit and pay attention, we notice things going on around us. We may feel what's going on for other people around. You just see someone sometimes, you just know they're in a bad mood. You say, "Are you okay? You look a little down. Are you okay today?" You just feel that somehow, or you notice from their body language. If your mind is clear. Of course, if you're distracted doing something, you may not notice. But we have a lot of awareness. A lot of awareness. We may know what's going to happen. We may have some feeling of people we'll see before we see them. But the more we meditate, the more we have this awareness. The less we meditate, the more we think. And the more we worry about life. When we think too much, we just get into troubles in the mind. It's all troubles, but it's all created in the mind itself. What happens when we meditate is that we become aware of things in the subconscious mind. If they're feelings or thoughts we've not completely come to peace with, it will get stored in the subconscious. And then this subconscious, we're not aware of it, but it's there. And it becomes like a layer. It blocks us from seeing this higher mind, this higher awareness. So when you meditate, you start to clear out the subconscious. It's like if you had a window covered in dirt. You can't see through it because there's dirt. So you have to clean the window. And when you meditate, it's like that. You're cleaning out these things. A lot of people try to control their thoughts all the time. If they feel afraid, they say, "Well, I don't like that, I should stop that." If they feel angry, they say, "This is bad, I'll yell at someone, I should stop that." And every time they try to stop it, it gets repressed and it stays there with them. So instead, they have to come to peace with it and say, "Okay, I feel anger, and that's okay. Or I feel fear, and that's okay. And I have this thought." You may have a very angry thought. When you're feeling the anger, you may think, "Oh, I'd like to hurt this person." And that's okay, it's just a thought. People think that's a bad thought, I should stop that, I shouldn't think that. But in meditation we start to allow ourselves to be still and to witness these things. We become distant from it by becoming a witness. If you look at something, there's always some perception that you're separate from it. Because we look with the eyes, we have to look out over there. So if you pay attention to whatever you're feeling or you're thinking, you gain some distance from it. If you observe it. Because by observing, you create that impression for yourself of distance, and then you don't have any attachment. And you can say, "Okay, I'm feeling the anger, and I'm happy to be feeling that." And you can be at peace, and you can be happy even though you're experiencing the anger. It's like watching a movie of someone else being angry. That's what meditation does. And mantra helps us to do that. Because as we're feeling these things, the mantra keeps us detached. It doesn't allow us to go into thinking about it. Because as things come up, we have that trouble. We may attach to it and say, "Oh, I'm angry." And you try to make sense of it. Why am I angry? I must be angry because he did something. We never blame ourselves. Of course, we're the only ones who can control our own thoughts and feelings. We always blame someone else. He must have done something. I must be angry because he did something. And the more we think about it and try to make sense of it, the more we give it power to it, the more attached to it we get, and the next thing we're acting out of it. We see that when we're driving a lot. People with a lot of anger. Very impatient. If you're going too slow, they're back there beeping their horn. Go! Screaming at each other. I was driving not too long ago, and I guess I was going too slow for this guy behind me. He got very angry. He started shaking his fist. He was screaming. I couldn't hear what he was saying. He was in his car, but he was screaming something and shaking his fist. I could tell he was very angry. I just laughed. Because I knew that had something to do with him, not too much to do with me. I was driving, trying to drive nicely. I was not in a rush. He was in a rush, I guess.